All right, so I have been at this Thailand place for 3 months, and today I get my shipment in a product. So here's what we got: is I'm now about to take the next 7 to 10 days and bust ass. All right, here's gonna be the cycle. This is what it's gonna look like. I got my MSM plus C, right? I'm gonna take 6 of these in the morning, 6 of these at night. I need to overdose because I ain't been on them in a while. My joints hurt like a son bitch because I ain't had them, and I got acid reflux, which is horrible, which I never get whenever I take MSM. So I'm gonna double dose on those. pH drops, 1 drop per ounce of water to hydrate, put electrolytes in me. That way I can detoxify and stay healthy. TRX2, I'm gonna take 6 daily because I'm gonna need to kill the appetite because I got like a little fat on me because, well, I've been eating too much. Because I ain't had my TRX2. I mean, good God, can't kill the appetite, you eat. All right. MPS 200X, I'm gonna take 1 in the morning, 1 at night. That's just because it's really good for you, and I really don't want an autoimmune disorder anytime soon. Next, BPC 157, I will take 0.5 milligrams. All right, that's like 5,000 micrograms or something. 0.5 milligrams, that would be 500 micrograms. Every morning and every night. MTF, I'm going to take 4 sprays pre-workout. All right, so I've got, I mean, I'm not going to my research animal, you know what I'm saying? It's going to do this because people don't take this stuff. But my MTF, I'm going to take 4 of these. Pre-workout, mid-workout, post-workout. Because Machino growth factor is to be taken while you're working out to feed the muscle. It is the part of your growth hormone that affects the muscle. Nonetheless, AOD 9604 is going to be the part of growth hormone that stops you from storing fat or storing energy in fat cells. So I'm going to be taking 2 sprays before each meal. Now, I'm going to be eating like 4 or 5 times a day, maybe 3, 4 times. I'm trying to cut back here. TA1 is going to modulate my immune system to identify new pathogens to keep me from getting any illness or anything like that while I mass dose some of this crap that I'm about to tell you about. All right, so TA1 is your best defense against a new pathogen, whereas IS3 is your best defense against most pathogens because IS3 boosts killer T and macrophage activity. TA1 helps you to identify new pathogens, where MPS actually corrects the immune system so you can identify the proper pathogen and you stop autoimmune disorders. Kisspeptin is going to be it's the new HCG. This is going to kick the testicles back into producing tests, which is kind of important because I've been taking tests for too long and I ain't had no HCG in like forever. YK11 is going to be taken to limit somatostatin, which is the hormone that as you get older you produce more of, and it limits your ability to build muscle. Well, we gonna limit it, so I ain't got no limit on building muscle. Then you got the AC262, which is going to directly stimulate the receptor in the muscle that testosterone would stimulate. MK677 is going to cover my growth hormone that goes along with the insulin I'm going to take. Now, insulin, I'm going to take right at 5 IUs. Okay, this is not a big dose of insulin. I've watched people take 30. I'm just not really down with that. I don't want to like throw myself into diabetes, and I'm not eating that much because I really don't want to look like a fat slob at the end of this game. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be like your mass recomp blast. This ain't going to be like a mass fat blast. This is a mass recomp blast. So then you've got the insulin and my TRT. So I did neglect to put those on there. So now we will do insulin, and that's going to be at 5 IU. That's going to be 2 times ED. Not erectile dysfunction, but every day. If you got erectile dysfunction, them Superman pills. Then you have my test. All right, same thing. I've been taking test and anthates since I was like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, 8 years ago, which is going to be my average 200 to 300. Here you got 250. So you got 250 milligrams per week. Okay? So that is going to be the rundown of what's going down right now in Thailand, starting today. And it is August the 3rd here, which means it's like August the 2nd at home, which is kind of confusing. I thought it was a 12-hour difference, but it's more like a day. Anyway, we ain't even gonna get into all that. So, any questions about this as we watch? This is like a trial run. My hypothesis here is that I'm going to hit every one of these anabolic pathways, right? So you've got the growth hormone pathway with your MK677. You've also got your growth hormone pathway with your AC262, blocking off the fat cell from accepting any new energy, like no storage right there. Your YK11 is going to hit your somatostatin pathway, which is actually blocking somatostatin, allowing you to build more muscle. Then you have the testosterone pathway, which is going to be hit by that AC262, and also 4033 if it gets here anytime, like in this century. Then you've got the pathway of, what am I missing? You got insulin, you've got somatostatin, you got test, DHT. So I'll probably need to add some RAD 140 in here to hit that DHT pathway. And I think you also have your nutrient partitioning or your increased caloric intake, which I'm going to be eating enough but not a massive amount. And then you got your BPC 157. I forgot to tell you about that. That one is to mitigate any side effects from insulin, because insulin can be rather detrimental and really hard on you, and if not taken exactly right, it can stifle production, and we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take BPC 157 to nullify that. Did you know that if you overdose a mouse on insulin, like give them way more than you're supposed to, then enough to kill them, you can give BPC 157 with the insulin, and the rats that take the BPC 157 have almost no side effects from the insulin, and they all live. Whereas the other ones took a lethal dose. So that should cover all that. And see y'all in the next video. NewSarms.com. Peace.